I speak now not as a legend, not as a name whispered across Wall Street, but as a man who paid for every lesson with time, pain, and money. Listen closely, because what I am about to tell you is not theory. It is blood-earned truth. I began trading believing intelligence was enough. I believed charts could be mastered, patterns memorized, rules followed like scripture. I was wrong. The market does not punish ignorance as cruelly as it punishes ego. The first trap that takes most traders is the illusion of control. You believe because you have studied, because you have suffered a few losses and survived, that you now deserve to win. You begin to think the market owes you something. This is where the seed of ruin is planted. I have watched traders turn a winning position into a disaster, not because the market turned against them, but because they refuse to accept uncertainty. They argue with price. They hold on, not because the trade is right, but because admitting they are wrong would wound their pride. I did this myself, many times. I sat in positions long after the market had spoken clearly, telling myself stories to justify staying in. Every story cost me money. The market does not reward hope. It does not care how badly you want to be right. It responds only to discipline. And discipline begins with accepting that losses are not mistakes, they are expenses. The trader who fears losses will never allow profits to grow. The trader who hates being wrong will always average down, always add risk to soothe wounded pride. This is not strategy. This is self-destruction disguised as confidence. Another trap lies in constant action. Traders feel important when they are busy. They believe movement equals progress. I learned the hard way that money is made in waiting. The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the sitting. Most traders cannot sit. Silence terrifies them. Stillness makes them question themselves. So they trade to escape discomfort, not to exploit opportunity. When you trade for emotional relief, the market becomes your enemy. You revenge trade. You chase. You overtrade. You tell yourself you are recovering, but you are really digging deeper. I have seen men wipe out years of careful work in a single afternoon because they refuse to step away. I have done it myself. The market will always be there tomorrow. Your capital may not. Understand this clearly. The market is a mirror. It reflects your impatience, your fear, your arrogance, your insecurity. Every unresolved weakness inside you will appear on your trading screen. You cannot hide from it. You can only confront it. That confrontation is painful, but it is the price of mastery. And so the first great lesson is this: you are not trading the market. You are trading yourself. Until you accept that, you will repeat the same losses again and again, blaming strategies, blaming brokers, blaming luck, anything but the one place where the problem lives. As your journey continues, another trap reveals itself, quieter but far more dangerous: the need to be right instead of the need to make money. This obsession ruins more traders than bad analysis ever could. When you identify with your trades, you attach your identity to outcomes you cannot control. A loss becomes an insult. A drawdown becomes a personal failure. And when trading becomes personal, judgment disappears. I learned that the market rewards those who think in probabilities, not predictions. No single trade matters. No opinion matters. What matters is consistency of execution. Yet traders abandon their rules the moment emotion enters the room. They widen stops, remove them entirely, or refuse to take them at all. Why? Because hope whispers lies that discipline will never tell you. Hope tells you the market will turn. Discipline tells you to get out. Hope feels good. Discipline feels cold. But discipline pays. Hope bankrupts. Another psychological trap is comparison. Traders look at others and measure themselves against stories, screenshots, rumors of massive profits. They chase styles that are not their own. They abandon their edge to imitate someone else's success. This is fatal. The market does not reward imitation. It rewards alignment. You must trade in a way that matches your temperament, or you will self-sabotage without realizing why. I watched brilliant men fail because they could not accept who they were. They tried to trade too fast, too large, too aggressively. They forced themselves into methods that required nerves they did not possess. There is no shame in slow profits. There is only danger in trading beyond your emotional capacity. Then comes overconfidence, often after success. A few wins convince you that you have finally figured it out. Position sizes increase. Risk rules loosen. You feel invincible. This is when the market humbles you. Success breeds carelessness. Carelessness invites catastrophe. I have lost fortunes not when I was wrong, but when I was overconfident. Remember that. The market punishes certainty. It rewards humility. The trader who survives is not the smartest, but the most adaptable. You must remain a student forever. The moment you believe you have mastered the market is the moment it prepares its lesson. Eventually, if you survive long enough, you reach the final and most difficult realization. Discipline is not something you apply occasionally. It is something you become. It is not forced. It is lived. You stop seeking excitement. You stop chasing validation. You stop needing the market to prove your worth. You trade smaller when uncertain. You step aside when conditions are unclear. You accept boredom as a sign of professionalism. You measure success not by profits, but by how well you followed your rules. This is where consistency is born. I did not become profitable when I learned more indicators. I became profitable when I stopped fighting myself, when I learned to cut losses without hesitation, when I let winners run without fear, when I accepted that discomfort is part of the process and that avoiding discomfort is the fastest path to ruin. If you are losing money again and again, do not ask what strategy you need. Ask what belief is sabotaging you. Ask where ego is interfering. Ask why you refuse to accept small losses. The answer will not be pleasant, but it will be honest. And now I leave you with this truth. The market offers unlimited opportunity, but only to those who approach it with respect. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to execute with discipline, patience, and humility. Do that long enough, and the money becomes a byproduct, not the goal. If these words resonated with you, if you saw yourself in these mistakes, leave a comment below and tell me which psychological trap you struggle with most. And if you want to continue this journey of mastery, watch our other videos on this channel. The lessons do not end here, they deepen.